kill an Archdruid, draw a bunch of cards. Oh, folks, thank heavens. Got him! Greetings, everyone. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that you are here. We're going to be playing some Magic the Gathering Arena today, as always. These are some of the highlights from our stream, and I really hope you enjoy the games. If you do really enjoy the program, please don't forget to leave a like and subscription. It really, really helps the channel. So without further ado, let's get to the games. The deal is with the Planeswalkers, though, they accrue tangible, typically card advantage right out the gate, right? So, I don't know. It's kind of tough. Though, admittedly, it is entirely possible that is the direction we should be going. The Cat Daddy. Good to see you. How has life been treating you, the Cat Daddy? Explore. Come on down. Hey, we get the Klothys again. Decline. Not bad. Hey. Well, that is that's a win in my book. Any day that isn't truly abysmal is a good day. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Oh, Mazemind Tome. Well, suddenly we kind of wish we had kept the Explorer and ditched a land or something, but oh well. Is what it is. The Klothys on board against the Rakdos style decks, typically quite strong, I think. Opponent, 3 lands, has an Ob-Nixilis. Makes a dude. We're gonna go ahead and devour your intellect, opponent. And I think we're actually just gonna yeah, let's go ahead and make the Dargon. It was very tempting to Nissa Vital Force there, animating the land, very, very powerful, but the power here is going to be able to ultimate it quickly. If they had not cast Ob-Nixilis, if they had done something else, like, you know, hit us with another discard spell or something like that, we 100% would have Nissa there, right? But, you know, given this situation, I think Sarkhan's the correct play there. All right, Croaks, you got me. Gets our Mazemind Tome. We're kind of disappointed by that. We really would have liked to cast that card. We will decline. You got me. Yep, Klothys. Eat that, Croxa. Don't mind if I do. Nom, nom, nom. Tasty, tasty Croxa cakes. We're going to go ahead and slam this Nissa Vital Force. Be pretty happy about it, honestly. And then we're going to plus the Sarkhan. Yep. We just go with their face, I think. Do we even care about that Ob-Nixilis? I don't think we do. Opponent at 7. Your go, DJ Angle. Your go. Patrick Mendy, glad you made it. Good to see you. No Vorinclex, it's true. Patrick Mendy, we almost had it in. I don't know how to get there, you know, adequately enough, like to adequately make it to 6 mana without, you know, cutting some kind of control and stuff. And we've got the Force Anger, the Force Sweltering Suns. I had a version of this deck built with no Mazemind Tome and no Klothys. We had 2 of the Vorinclex and a Bone Crusher Giant instead. So we ended up changing those around. Maybe the Klothys is better off as just Vorinclex for the home run potential, but I don't know. It's kind of tough, you know? Yeah, it's true. Use is here. Good to see you. Glad you made it. Glad you made it. Always a good time. Use is here. Well, they, you know, it depends on power level. You know, every deck is going to have a little bit of different situation there, but you know, so far so good. Having a good time. Ash Finger Rose. Glad you are here as well. I trust life has been treating you well. Yep. DJ Angle. I'm not sure if they're thinking or roping, folks, but yep. So we're gonna go ahead and do this because, you know, whatever. Then animate a land as well. Like, I'm not sure if we're actually supposed to animate the Planeswalkers or not, but I think we're going to. Like, it's not like, okay. I was thinking they might have some kind of removal spell or something, but, you know, it's not like they're going to have Settle the Wreckage or anything, so I don't know. Whatever. We got him. GG, opponent. GG. Sometimes the deck falls apart in ways that require me to adapt it and that sort of thing, you know. But I don't do a ton of deck building on stream because, you know, I try to keep the action flowing, try and keep it entertaining as long as possible. Notable exception being Sundays. We do community built deck stipulations on Sundays. So if you want to show up for the deck building process, that's always a good time. We're always building something crazy. It's always a good time. All right. Day was okay. Stayed in bed with a bit of a migraine. Oh, well, I mean, you know, the stayed in bed part sounds awesome. The bit of a migraine is more of a bummer, but you know, you can't always get what you want, right? Glad you're out there though, my friend. All right, up to 4 manas on the battlefield. Opponent, oh, interesting. So I guess they're on 4 color. Is this combo or is this just like tokens and stuff? I'm not sure. The Ropeline Attendant made me just think it was tokens, but it's entirely possible this is some kind of combo. All right, explore. That's fine. We would have liked land, but yeah, let's just hopefully hit a land, I guess. Okay. And okay, well, you know, since we were able to get the first land off of Explore, that meant we could potentially take advantage of the double land part of Explore as well. So we figured drawing the card main phase, trying to make the extra land drop would be worth it. And in fact, it did seem to be. Soul Herder is the play. Good heavens, that's terrifying, terrifying, terrifying. Bunch of damage gets dealt. Soul Herder going to exile a creature. Probably going to be Wall of Blossoms. Start drawing some cards. It is, in fact, Wall of Blossoms. B1605 is going to put a 1/1 counter on Soul Herder and draw a card. Pass through the end step. We're just going to go ahead and Windmill Slam. Chandra, Awakened, Inferno. Opponent going to ephemerate their Soul Herder or something like that. Or some other thing to save their Soul Herder. Maybe bounce the Soul Herder or something like that. This is the card that is the most important thing in their deck. They might even have something like God's Willing to protect it, potentially. It could be Ashfinger Rose. It could be a problem with the card styles. That definitely happens sometimes. Foxfire 01, appreciate that follow. Welcome to stream. And I do normally have like fancy card styles and stuff, right? Just for the aesthetically pleasing aspect, I try to keep it looking pretty, so to speak, you know. But it is true, if you don't have the cards in your collection either, that could also be an issue. All right. Are you running things like Dovin's Veto? Oh, this is Collected Company, isn't it? All right, well, fine. Let's Chandra Awaken Inferno. Then Chandra Torch Defiance. Then let's just go up, I guess. Nope. Take your damage. I think we're going to plan on drawing the card here. They're going to collect it. They're going to collect a company. They are going to collect a company at the end of turn. And they're hoping to hit a bunch of ways of removing our stuff. So there's a good chance that maybe they just get enough power to be able to attack our creatures, which would be not great. But they're most likely. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, okay. So they are going to be able to kill one of them. Probably the Chandra Awakened Inferno. That is a very, very terrifying card for most decks to try and deal with. Yep. Sure enough, it happens. Chandra dies. Then what, opponent? Then what? And Control Mage, glad you made it. Uh-oh, Skyclave Apparition comes down. All right, all right, all right. You got me. Top-notch Twitch chatter, glad you made it. All right, opponent going wide here, for sure. 5 cards in hand, too. So, plenty of action. We're going to go ahead and try and anger the gods. Our opponent going to give us a 4/4 back. We're just going to go ahead and Chandra Awakened Inferno and keep the damage flowing. Decline. All right, your go, V1605. Takes another damage down to 17. Indeed, Angry Control Mage. We try to, anyway. I don't have all of them, obviously. It can be very difficult to try and keep up with every single one, because oftentimes, you know, your decks do require cards that don't see a lot of play. Oh my gosh, they have another Skyclave Apparition. Darn it! All right, that's unfortunate. It is pretty fortunate, though, that we do have more ways of handling the... Okay. Yep. The onboard presence our opponent has generated. Yep. And give it another 4/4. Den of the Bugbear come alive. Combat. Trying to motivate a bit of offense. Opponent drops to 9 points of life. Chandra Awakened Inferno going to ping down to 8. But good lord, folks, they've created a whole army every single time we've passed the turn. Admittedly, that is greatly assisted by the fact that they've had 2 of their 4 collected companies. And, you know, so that's kind of to be expected, right? All right. So, Acquisitions Expert, though, shows up. Sure enough, just a million creatures arrive with it. Acquisitions Expert going to see a Cragcrown Pathway and be forced to discard it. Wow, they have the 3rd one. No, darn it, folks. That's inconvenient. All right, well... What is... Oh my gosh. All right. So, the unfortunate thing here is Soul Herder is going to make us discard both of these cards. That is quite tragic indeed. Vortak, glad you made it. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Yep. Inconvenient. Gimp, glad you made it, my friend. Glad you made it. Scum7, glad you are here as well. No. All right, up to 6 1/1s, folks. Up to 6 1/1s. Let's draw a card, see if we can sweep the board. We don't gain the ability to sweep the board. So I guess, unfortunately, A-Minsc and Boo has to show up, make a legendary hamster, but unfortunately, we can't even sacrifice the hamster. We've got to sacrifice the 4/4 to get rid of that nasty, nasty Soul Herder. Chandra Awakened Inferno pings down to 7. The clock's still on, folks. That Chandra Awakened Inferno emblem, definitely a taxing situation for our opponent to have to fight through. They will, you know, they're likely to give up quite a few of their creatures here, yep, in an effort to cleanse the Boo from the table. We're going to go ahead and just block the 1, take the free block. I don't think we want to trade away our offense here, given the current situation. We could always top deck another A-Minsc and Boo, and things could get interesting. They have the 3rd Acquisitions Expert. All right, well, you know, you put cards in your deck, you're going to draw them. They do get our Stomping Ground, though. We could have used that as a land drop last turn, but we chose to hold on to it for the sake of the bluff. All right. Combat. Getting in there. Opponent going to chump the 4/4 and then use 2 acquisitions experts. Block the Bugbear is my best guess. Oh wow, they're making sure it dies. This is reasonable because they kind of, I guess they're reading that we might have a removal spell. Of course, we're not that lucky. We've just been flooding out in earnest, right? But trying to get some of these creatures out of the way is kind of nice. I think we are going to go ahead and make the land drop this turn, though, so that we can both cast a spell and take advantage of the Den of the Bugbear this turn, this upcoming turn. We also have the ability to draw more Mazemind Tomes, potentially. There was the 4th acquisitions expert. All right, well, glad we didn't have to discard that land, I can tell you that. How was your day, Shadows of Change? Ho ho! All right. All right, so MTGA and Boo. And go after it. Everybody blocks the Boo, unsurprisingly. Yep, and a little bit of chumping. We are unsurprised by this. Yeah, gonna get rid of both of those. The best thing about this, folks, is at the beginning of our upkeep, we get to make another Boo creature. So if they want to attack, or if they want to get rid of this MTGA, they've got to have some kind of direct damage or some kind of exiling thing, because we can just block with the Goblin, right? Yeah, Boo is getting it done. You gotta love it, folks. You gotta love it. Hey, yes! We're going to keep this because we have the Mazemind Tome. Hopefully we can scry/draw into green source. We have plenty of interaction. If our opponent's on a creature deck, we would be really sad. We send this back, get no interaction, and then just die to elves on turn 4 or something. We'd be pretty sad. So, you know. Well, I mean, yeah, it's fine, Poseidon. Like I say, I mean, I just didn't have any... I was not personally attached in any way, is all I was trying to say. It's a fine walker, just not one that I was passionate about in any way, you know? Sweet potato shepherd's pie for the people with taste buds, and pizza for my 6-year-old. Fair enough. Understood. All right, folks. This Undead Augur is going to cause us problems. We are exceedingly chagrined about that. We do get... Sokenzan onto the battlefield. We would like to draw another land, though. If they cast 2 creatures... Okay. All right, I was going to say, if they cast 2 creatures, we might just be stone dead. They did not cast 2 creatures. We did draw the land, too. Oh, my goodness. Thank heavens. All of these things are great. Yes. Jeez. All right. So, it all worked out. Everything was fine. No big deal. Okay. Whew. We were dreadfully concerned, folks. But it all worked out. Everything's fine. MTGA is easy to work with, but my favorite is Chandra. Hey, Ashfinger Rose, you and me both. I love Chandras. All of them, actually. Every single one of these Chandras is a card I'm quite fond of. We're going to go ahead and Chandra Torch of Defiance, and then actually just tick down, kill this Diregraph Ghoul, keep them off the board. Next turn, we can plus Chandra if she lives, and get Chandra Awakened Inferno onto the board, which is, oh, well, you know, that's good too. All right, well, I guess let's go up like this then. Deal the damage. You got it. And Chandra Awakened Inferno. Minus X equals 2. No more Undead Augur for you. Both of them exiled. So far, 2 Undead Augurs, 0 cards drawn. One of their most powerful cards in their deck. I'm sure they are quite chagrined to be in this position. They get back Diregraph Ghoul. Understood. But they're in trouble now, folks. This is a difficult spot to be in, I think. Just gonna go ahead and Swelter. And Den. And Deathery recognize, you know, sees the writing on the wall for sure. Scoops him up. I mean, you might be onto something there, Clara. You might be, but... All right, we'll keep it, I guess. You know. Electric Bike. Oh. What is an electric bike? Is that like a just a scooter or something? It's true, Pakshim. It's a much less powerful motorbike. Okay, I am unfamiliar with this technology. Just for like short commutes and stuff then, I guess? I'm not trying to be hateful. Google, will it, for what? I just don't understand. Okay. Shannon, hi, glad you made it. Google it, we'll explain more. I don't know that I want to Google it, though. Like, you got me. You got me. Do your worst. It's got to be the Nissa, right? Probably. Maybe Mazemind Tome? Maybe. All right. Thank you on the Great Inventor. That is very helpful. Take it to and from work. So, oh, okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense. Boxy, glad you made it. Some will drive you like 20 miles without you pedaling. Wow. Okay. That actually sounds really cool, folks. For the record, I think that sounds awesome. Do you think Garrick Unleashed is good enough, top-notch Twitch chatter? Because I was a little skeptical about that. We don't have a lot of creatures, you know? Interesting. Yeah, this is inconvenient. This is inconvenient indeed. Corambus, glad you made it. Explain my smallness. Great question. It's actually a channel point reward. We have a lot of channel point rewards here on the channel that folks might choose to redeem to get me into doing different things. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you reminded me. I was supposed to get comfy 7 minutes ago, but of course, I'm only supposed to be comfy for 5 minutes. So back to being uncomfy, I guess. I was a little late on the Little John redemption, so it's got about another minute, and then I'll be back to full size, Corambus. I mean, that sounds great, Damon Lexus. So anyway, why was the ride home interesting then? What about the ride made it interesting? Opponent. Mini John forever. What are you trying to say, Boxy? What are you trying to say? You're like, get as little of that man's face on the stream as possible. Can you make it any smaller? Very nice. Very nice. Love you too, Boxy. Love you too. Shadow Kelly Flame. It's a great question. It's a great question. Maybe that is supposed to be where we're at. And I'm not sure on that. Because, come on. Really wanted to get rid of the Shakedown Heavy. Unfortunately, I really don't want to just allow them to keep drawing cards. Darn it. Yeah, but we needed the two. Oh no! Oh no! I put it on the green side. No, folks, we needed it on the red side because we need to be able to double anger the gods. I goofed bad on that one. That is not a good misclick. That might even cost us the game. We'll see. Opponent drawing with Castle Lochthwain. Good heavens. Yeah, for real, Anger Control Mage. All right. Let's draw a card. Okay, we do get the Stomping Ground. Our opponent's drawing cards with the Castle Lochthwain, so clearly they want to draw more cards, but... Alright. So we were reluctant to give them the extra one, but it turns out that is perfectly fine. Yes. You got me. You got me. Yep. All right, your go, cold one. Your go. Can you make it any small? That's right, Jen and I. It's a burden. It's a burden. Sometimes when you're this size, it's just, you know. I'm gonna leave it. I'm family friendly, folks. Tris time, glad you made it. Good to see ya. You know what? We're gonna keep that. We need to get rid of the Timmy before it gains them 1,000,000 life. Yep. Go away. All right. Do the thing. Pick up trucks. I wouldn't miss. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was joking. Good heavens. So 2 different trucks in the rain. Do you have any light on it or something? Is it possible they just couldn't see you very well? Wow. Our opponent paying life all the way down to 4. That is lethal if we attack with Den of the Bugbear and they don't have an answer. Our opponent living life on the edge. So we need an untapped mana. Okay, well, all right. I think that's game, folks. To the main phase. Land. Sweltering Suns. Murderous Rider. Thank you, opponent. That was generous of you. Bike is bright orange. Okay, well, you know, there you go. All right. Yes. A little questionable, but I think we're gonna keep it anyway. All right. Thank you, Pakshim. Indeed. No commercials in Untapped. Ashfinger Rose. You don't even know what's going on. It's just, it runs in the background. As a matter of fact, Untapped, like if you hover your mouse over my screen right now, you can see, like, you can pull up Sweltering Suns like this on your screen and hover over it. Or you can look at their Stitcher supplier and it'll hover it. That's Untapped that's doing that. So lots of different things. It's very cool. It's true, Tristime. All right. Well, our opponent going to be doing some reanimating. That is not ideal. Ratchet, glad you made it. I mean, I suppose that's fair. It is working right now, or at least it is for me. I don't know. Always difficult to know what it's doing for other people. So these not great right now. Actually, no, we were supposed to cycle it away, I think, actually. Yeah. It can be, Ratchet. Hey, okay, that's exactly what we wanted. Yes. Get out. Don't mind if I do. All right. Oh my goodness, our opponent is really struggling over there, so we're gonna try and take advantage of it. Make a prowessing monk. Exactly, Sudoku, exactly. Yeah, I'm confident. Admittedly, they've been trying to hit all these land drops, but they've been milling over all their lands. Look at this, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So it's like, exactly, Steinel, exactly. For anyone who has ever played some kind of self-mill, you will know the struggle. So sometimes you can even play like mental games with your opponent to try and get them to play in a suboptimal way, right? Like for instance, leaving up white, and 2 colorless so that your opponent plays around Settle the Wreckage or the Wandering Emperor or something, right? Like, those are the sorts of things you can do to make your opponent, you know, play in a suboptimal way. You know, it's also true that a lot of the time people just want to cast their cards, so they might not see onboard lethal because they're wanting to cast their cards, right? So playing to your outs, I think is very good in that way, right? All right. Favorite color to play? White. Ashfinger Rose. I think I play more white than any other color, I think. But black, pretty close. Green, pretty close. I would say red and blue are my least favorite, though admittedly I do play a lot of red, specifically because I think Anger of the Gods and Sweltering Suns are well positioned in the meta. And like, whatever, a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever, when Anger of the Gods showed up, I started building around them regularly to try and help people get as much value as they could out of those cards. So I play a lot of it, but if given the choice, it would be some, you know, Selesnya or Orzhov pile or something, you know? Yep. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Coralax. Exactly. Well, I was just illustrating Coralax. You're absolutely right, Coralax. But a lot of the time when you hear that, unless you've looked at the numbers, a lot of the time people might think that the numbers are exaggerated, where, you know, is it really that important to be on the play? You know, why don't people choose to draw? Drawing a card is really good. You're not wrong. Drawing a card is really good. But, you know, I think it's important to as a content creator who happens to be in the public eye, to point out those times when it's like, this is why, man. This is the difference, right? And you're not wrong. Like, it is a significant win rate percentage difference. But there's a difference between kind of seeing it in the abstract or understanding it in the abstract, but then seeing it in action is very different, right? But, you know, as always, I'm just trying to use my platform as responsibly as possible. Though, admittedly, it's one of those things where you never know how you come across. Well, Luke, yeah, glad you made it. Good to see you. Which is why you should never play around anything. Exactly, Luke. Exactly. Exact. Uh-oh. Sky Shroud Lookout. Okay, we are going to need Sweltering Suns and Anger of the Gods, and we're going to need them quick. Folks, we're going to need them quick. Arlinn, come on down. Make the wolves. Angel Maldita, good to see ya. Hey, no. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Plays each color about 20% of the time. I mean, I try to, Demon Lexus, because I understand my own personal preferences are much less important to you than your personal preferences, right? So, you know, everybody wants to see their favorite stuff happening. And I try and arrange that as often as possible, because I'm here to entertain you folks, not necessarily to entertain me, right? Though when those two collide, I like it. I am pleased when those two things can happen at the same time. But I prioritize your entertainment more than my own. Okay. MTGA and Boo. And yep, go for it, Don Corleone. Take 5. All right. Plan to counterspell after counterspell. But that 4th or 5th, I see exactly, Gruffles. Unfortunately, I don't know how many of you have seen that video where I walked into 4 straight Mana Tides. Let me tell you, that one stung a little bit. I want to be clear, you know. That one was an unfortunate feeling. Are we just supposed to attack here? Like, put 3 counters, MTGA and Boo put 3 more counters? Or are we supposed to try and get rid of the Elvish Archdruid? let's do this. All right, opponent drops a 10. All right. Kill an Archdruid. Draw a bunch of cards. Oh, folks, thank heavens. Got him! Yes! Gimp, there are some, like, there was a time in Modern where 8-rack was just better on the draw. And legitimately so, the percentages were actually reasonably in favor of it, like whatever it was, 8 or 9% or something at the time. I don't think the current 8-rack build is better on the draw, but I don't even know that for sure. ENC, glad you made it. But then also, there have been a couple of limited formats where it's been better to be on the draw. But I will admit, it's very, very rare, right? See, I agree with that, Coralax. Though admittedly, I can also understand the perspective. Some people are like scared of that because the mulligan rule is already so strong, right? The London mulligan is so much better than the previous mulligan. Some people are worried that this just makes combo, you know, maybe people throw around the word broken too often, but broken? You know, where you always have the perfect hand if you're on the draw. It's like, yeah, you know? Hey, don't be like that. No, none of that. Why, thank you, Taylor Momsen. That's very kind of you. See, exactly, Chronically Ill. And that was what was going through my head, too. You know, there's no way they have another one. Folks, they had another one. They consistently always had another one, you know? Yeah, Craterhoof was likely the next turn, Gruffles, which is why we decided to go with that line. But got him. Vantigan, I am glad that you are out there, my friend. How was your day? For a damage version of Witch's Vengeance, choose a creature type, deal 3 damage. I don't know. I don't know how WotC feels like about that, because I know in the past that sort of thing has always been in Black's Color Pie, because, like, you know, Black's Color Pie is, you know, more of the, you can, you know, target very specific things or whatever, right? All right, King of Ermine, what'd you get? It's your Friday. Nice, Vantigan. Love it. But, you know, think like Virulent Plague and all that sort of thing, you know? I mean, okay. Chandra Awakened Inferno, that's a great one. Folks, we're also playing Chandra Awakened Inferno. We are quite fond of this card. They have to literally trade Chandra for the Sarkhan. And they do. They do. No, darn it. We really, really wanted to land there. That's okay. All right. A-Minsc and Boo. Yep. And a Trampling Haster. And opponent going to remove it in response. Combat. All right. Opponent takes it down to 2. All right, Jaya continues to tick up. King of Ermine, what do you have to say about being at 2 life? Sheoldred the Apocalypse is a very, very good card, but they're going to need more than that. Come on, man. They would have needed a lot more than that if we had just drawn the stinking land. Yep. Okay. Actually, that was wrong, wasn't it? We were supposed to only pay for the one so that we could trigger prowess on these with the Mazemind Tome. Just in case they have a way of gaining a bunch of instant speed life. But they did not, so okay, we got him. GG, King of Vermin, GG. I don't know where their line is, but you raise a very interesting point. And whether or not it's different at all, but it seems different to me at least, you know? Fabio, glad you made it. Good to see you. Also true. The Cabaretti, or no, the Incandescent Aria, right? Is that the right card, folks? I think? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Explore. Okay. Folks, we do seem to still be struggling on lands here. We're on 24 conventional lands, 2 Shatterskull Smashing, and a Spikefield Hazard. So we're on 27. It doesn't feel like we should have more than that, but I don't know. It's definitely feeling a little bit like we're kind of struggling for them regularly. Especially when you have we have 4 Explore. So if you count those as a redraw towards more land, like that's kind of a lot, right? I don't know. Maybe, was it better, folks, to go for mana there to get the Mazemind Tome down? Probably. That's all right. Chandra at 6 loyalty is kind of a lot. Though, admittedly, our opponent likely has some number of hasty dragons. If they struggle on mana, though... No, well, darn it. So much for that one. Okay, not... Interesting. Interesting. Is this... Okay. Well, this is not quite the way we wanted to do it, but, you know, alas, here we are. Pay the ward. Get rid of that thing. Just keep kicking the can down the road. Bakiyumi. 4 cards in hand, 4 lands on the battlefield, and an Orb of the Dragonkind, accessing 5 of them. Indeed. Owl to F4. Nice. Love it. Love the name. All right. Okay, so this might be the incorrect way to go about it, folks, but I think we're actually just gonna go ahead, animate, crash in for 4, then go ahead and cash this Chandra in. And pass the turn. I think getting the Sarkhan down is pretty important here, and having the backup Chandra for removal for next turn I think is potentially really nice. It's possible we were just supposed to go for the Flying Dragon and not worry about the damage there. Wow, Inferno with a Star Mounts in hand, not ideal. Ay. All right, well, I think the time has come to start scrying. We're gonna need a little help here, folks. They're 1 land away from Inferno the Star Mounts. We're going to need to find something pretty powerful to do here in a not too distant future. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we will eventually need a land for our Chandra Awakened Inferno, so I guess there's something there. Vivien, Monsters Advocate, not amazing by any means, but creating reach creatures, kind of nice here. Den of the Bugbear, not strictly ideal. I think we're actually going to scry that one away. Yeah, see, I think it might be. I also, you know, I'm not sure. Oh, no. Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind is terrifying. Yeah. Send it away. Shatterskull Smashing, I mean, I guess. It is better than a kick in the seat, folks. to the main phase. Let's go on up. Create another reaching creature. And then go on up. And the Chandra Vivien synergy here is really kind of nice. Being able to know what's coming next, so you know whether or not you want to go up for mana or go up for cards or whatever, you know. We're actually not going to attack here, believe it or not. I think that's the correct line, because we know they have the mana for the Inferno of the Star Mounts. We know it's going to be coming out this turn. We also know that our Planeswalkers are creating a huge amount of advantage here, and our opponent has to be very leery of allowing us to allowing these to continue to show up without addressing them in some manner, right? So, sure enough, here it goes. The question is, do we cash in both? Whoa! Okay. All right. That is a perfectly reasonable outcome for me, folks. We're gonna go ahead and give this one reach. We know they could have more Inferno of the Star Mounts, but we can chump if we need to. We're just gonna crash in and put them on lethal through a blocker now. So Havoc, appreciate you, my friend, dropping in that Prime sub for the 3rd month. Appreciate you. That is very, very kind indeed. I really appreciate your support. All right, Orb of Dragonkind gets cracked. Wrathful Red Dragon coming on down. Has to kill a 3/3. Oh, they have the anger. Ooh. The gods are angry. Okay, that's quite helpful. Here is Rivaz of the Claw. Mazemind Tome, gonna draw a card. Hey, it's a Sweltering Suns. Don't mind if I do. Let's see. Yep. Let's go up for damage. We don't need that land. Let's Swelter. Let's make a reach creature. Just making things awkward on Basayumi. Wrathful Red Dragon comes down. Going after Chandra. You got it. And we're gonna see if this connects. Okay, it does. All right, well, fine. Yep. All right, GG, Basayumi. GG. They were definitely doing something pretty cool over there, folks. Lots and lots and lots of dragons. So you really can't complain when you see an opponent doing something wild like this. Yeah, we're going to hang on to this, I guess. We do need more lands, but, you know, we're on the draw. So you can count on some amount of that. We do, in fact, get one off the top. Feels good, man. Glad you made it. Yeah, it's true, Boxy. It's true. All right. Then explore. Okay, well, land. Come on down. Kahira the Orphan Guard in blue, blue, white. Pretty ominous here, folks. Pretty ominous. I have to assume that our opponent's playing, like, you know, 0 win condition, blue-white control stuff, you know? So we're going to try and resolve Chandra Torch Defiance, because at least Chandra Torch Defiance, if you tick up a couple of times and it goes unanswered, it will kill your opponent. Full stop, right? Everybody loves Candy. Glad you made it. Good to see you. Why, thank you. Everybody loves Candy. Yeah, we got fortunate with some of the stuff that was passed to us. All right. Well, let's go mana. And I think we're just going to go ahead and explore and then Jaya to try and double spell here. Eve 6, dropping in that sweet, sweet prime. Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you. 32 months. Haven't missed a one. It's very kind of you, my friend. Glad you're out there. All right. Prowessy Monk, join the party. Wolfberg Cow, glad you're out there. Castle Ardenvale and Cycle Sharks. Oh my goodness, right? Yeah. All right, our opponent getting Delusion. But could do nothing about it. It's true, Corlax. Yeah. See, I really hate the card Didn't Say Please. That card drives me crazy. Because very often, I actually do say please. When I'm expecting a counterspell, and like then the opponent just fires off Didn't Say Please, and it's like, no, but I did say please, you know? Alas, you know, it happens. All right, no mana here. Let's go up for damage. Yep. And then I guess sweep away the Kahira, make another Prowessy Monk, do the thing. Our opponent could like cast a Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, put the Chandra back. That'd be really unfortunate. But we can attack it with the Prowess Monk, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah. Whoa! What is this? Oh, they've got an instant speed, destroy target. Planeswalkers? Does our opponent not know what this emblem does?
You don't need me anymore. Sit back and watch it burn.
What? On Earth?